Hey, welcome to the Range Complex. All right, guys. Hey, welcome to Tigerswan. My name is Bryan Bailey. Hey, guys, welcome to Tigerswan. My name is Bryan Bailey. I'll be your instructor for the day. Hey, guys, welcome to the Range Complex. My name is Bryan Bailey. I'll be your instructor for the day. That was 2014. Hey, my name is Bryan Bailey. I'm the president of the Range Complex. I finally remembered it's 2024. I've taught here or worked here for 11 years now, or 13 years now. So long I forgot, obviously. My law background is competitive shooting and law enforcement. Focused on SWAT classes, carbine courses, pistol courses, those sort of things. I was initially hired to teach long range rifle. At this point, I'm kind of semi-retired as an instructor and let the guys who do it more often get the work.
Good morning, welcome to the TRC. I'm James Reese, and I'm the co-founder of the TRC over the last 15 years.
Well,
2024, we're going to just the TRC.
Yeah. So we have 5 ranges and 2 shoot houses currently on the Range Complex, or TRC. Range 1 is a 100-yard bay that will accommodate about 25 shooters. It's our primary teaching range. We have Range 2, which is another 100-yard bay that is our public range, can also be used as a teaching range and such. It also holds 25 shooters. Range 1 has a cover near the 25-yard line because, again, it's primarily a teaching range. Range 2 has a cover at the 100-yard line because it also serves as the public range. Range 3 is a 600-yard range. We have full-size and half-size steel USPSA silhouettes set from 200 to 600 yards. Most of them have, at least the large ones, have magneto speed LEDs on them so that the shooter doesn't have to wait to see the steel move or hear the report. It flashes at them. That range is also covered and you can shoot out to 100 yards on paper on it. Range 3 accommodates about 24 shooters wide as well. Range 4 is a 50-yard pistol bay. It'll accommodate about 12 shooters. It has a Bianchi Cup plate rack. And Range 5 is also a 50-yard pistol bay that'll accommodate about 9 shooters. We have 2 shoot houses. They're made out of Sakon, which is shock absorbent concrete. One of the big common misconceptions that we've had to deal with is people see video or such from us shooting at those, and they don't know that it is not normal concrete. So their comments are, I'd never train with these guys because they're dangerous shooting in concrete. Well, I wouldn't train with guys that would use regular concrete either, and we don't. The 2 shoot houses are probably approximately 1,600 square feet each. One of them is a flow-through 4-room house. The other is designed more like what we would call a shotgun style house that has a hallway up the middle and has rooms off the hallway on each side. So it's 5 rooms. We also have other areas that we don't use all the time as ranges, but we can use as ranges and accommodate more, whether it's a match, a specialized training class, that sort of thing. We also are DOD compliant for 556 as a surface danger area. So depending on who's shooting what, we don't actually always have to have an impact burn because we can just use the surface danger zone to contain the rounds. We have 2 classrooms that are approximately 1,200 square feet. Both of them will accommodate about 25 students, depending on how they're configured. Wi-Fi, ability to do video presentations, those sort of things. We also have a bunkhouse for instructors on the site that can be used as a private conference area. Also has Wi-Fi and can be set up more as a planning strategy sessions, those sort of things, as opposed to just an open classroom. We have about 3,000 acres that they can fly over, and we can schedule it. You call me today, I can have you on the range flying tonight. So we know there's a lot of limitations using military bases and all that for airspace. We're not in the flight path of any of the regional airports, anything like that. So we literally can rent you airspace on a dime where you're isolated, contained, and all that. So whether it's product development, tactics, incorporating them with CQB, We've had anti-vehicle drones out here, that were firing vol trainer rockets at cars. Not our cars, but but yeah, we can cover that whole spectrum, and the hope is to meet the need of these guys. For example, we had one company that had been trying to get approval to demo our product on Fort Bragg. They've been trying for, how long they say, those guys, a couple months or something?
Almost a year.
Yeah.
Right.
And we contacted them and had them here doing their demo within a week. And the week time was their limitation to get the people here, not ours.
And they're allowed to use the ranges on their own without a TRC RSO on site. Very similar to being a private golf course. So they can come and go, they pay their annual dues, and they move. Then the next piece we have pivoted through the years, again, looking at the capacity of a 3,000 acre piece of property that meets all of the Department of Defense range safety requirements, which is critical aspect. Here in North Carolina, candidly, as I believe, as I've seen and researched, I only know of 2 facilities as this. One that's nice about us is we're 6 miles off of I-95. We're 17 miles from Fort Liberty, used to be Fort Bragg. We're very convenient for people to get it off on. But as we pivoted, that 4th pivot now, in year 14, 15, has become a research development, training, and evaluation facility where a lot of defense contractors, and that has pivoted into the UAS, or the unmanned aerial surveillance vehicle, or drone, like everyone says. People now today are looking for airspace. They're looking for areas they can fly in different, wooded areas, open areas, things like we have here at the CQB facility, the ranges. We can put vehicles out. We can put all types of tools out to now allow these drone pilots and companies that are testing software and capacity of the drones. And like Bryan said, because we have the surface danger zone, we have the impact area, we can fly armed drones within our area here and shoot inert rockets, guns, drop things from them to test. From a defense contractor, or for someone who's trying to break into the defense contracting or the government contracting, that is a great opportunity because, one, we're 17 miles from Fort Liberty. To get onto a military or government installation takes a lot of paperwork. It can be done, but what this does is allows the speed of business that a lot of these companies want to stay with to work on. And instead of them going to the customer, say the US government, now the customer at their leisure can come out here, see the tools, the capacity, what there's being offered to them, test it, play with it, and leave.
We're probably 16 miles from the Fayetteville Regional Airport.
Yeah, 15-minute drive, Fayetteville Airport. We're an hour and 10-minute drive from Raleigh-Durham International Airport.
Right.
I think the other thing to also look at is, especially for the commercial defense space, a lot of them, whether they're NATO customers, other foreign customers, again, getting onto a government facility to show their capability can become a friction point for them. And coming here and allowing them, they work their own compliance, but they can bring folks out here. And it really, again, as Bryan said, the man hours and the money spent on coordinating to them, that goes out the window when it comes here for them. So if you're looking at a spectrum, a spectrum of operational aspects of what you can do, you look at the ability of, I just bought a gun for the first time in my life, okay? I'm executing my Second Amendment rights. I've bought a gun. I don't have anything about it. The TRC is here to help you safely understand, how to handle a weapon, how to shoot a weapon safely, keep it in your home, and do those things. If you want to then move that on to a concealed carry apparatus, where many states are today, have that ability for our citizens to do that. We help you get to that point. Up to now you're moving into, whether it's a pistol, whether it's a carbine, a long gun, the ranges have the capacity, and now we're all the way up to, drones, and even our landing strip out here. We have almost a 3,000 foot landing strip if need be, where we could land, short takeoff and landing aircraft if need be. So the capacity of our dirt is a lot, along with our instructor base, our POI base, what we instruct, how we teach it, is just and what I've watched here over the years is families coming out. Fathers bringing their family out, their children, running a range, teaching them the proper safety of firearms, while at the same time there's drone pilots out here flying their drones, or companies testing things, or there might be a defense contractor who's testing a new four-wheel vehicle out here, and there's soldiers looking at that and testing the capability. So it's really become a full functioning facility to facilitate the space. Two significant vignettes that I think really capture the heart of the TRC is, one is, like Bryan said, Chevrolet several years ago, they had the 50-year anniversary of the Suburban and Tahoe. So they were launching their midnight editions, and what the marketing firm that was doing the work for Chevrolet needed an area that they could drive and look at different ways of how the Chevy Suburban and Tahoe worked into, whether again it was a family or up to the U.S. government. And so they chose the TRC, and because of one of our instructor base, the land that they could drive around on, they invited reporters from lots of major outdoor magazine, Road and Track, those type of things. And they came out to let them see the new vehicles, drive the new vehicles. Our instructors put them in the vehicles with night vision. They drove at night, blacked out, shot, all these type of events. And then the reporters got to see that. So it was a great event. I think the other event is annually the Global Special Operations Foundation out of Tampa, Florida, that is a foundation for all international SOF, runs their range day here in coordination when they run the Warrior Week at Fort Bragg, which is really big for the defense space. And they have meetings and discussions down there with leadership. And then on the last day of that week, they come out here for all the vendors, like a mini SHOT Show, for lack of a better term. And it allows people from around the mid-Atlantic, from Washington all the way to Florida, to quickly get to a place where they can see these items, and it really gives them a great capability. So we help the Global Special Operations Foundation. It's their event, but we help them run that and let them, again, use the dirt for their advantage.